is once we are through here, I'm going to give the presentation and then I will open it up for questions afterwards. And then I'm going to, this is being recorded, I'm going to post this on a website so that you can look at the slides. And this will also be for those who may not be able to join us here today. Thought it was a different day or a different time. So thank you all for joining me here today. I'm excited. So I don't know how excited you guys are, but I'm pretty excited. All right. I've been, my wife Nicole and I, we've been working at building this agency for quite some time, actually since 2016. And so it is a great, awesome thing that we're able to open it up and have the need to be able to hire people. It's kind of a little pinnacle moment and everything like that. So I'm excited. If you're excited, just type yes, and we're gonna get going here while I share my screen. That's a right. All right. So yes, awesome. Put some audio is about 1 to 2 seconds off, but I'm excited. All right, thanks, Peter. Thank you very much. All right, so again, welcome. Again, this is really exciting for us, as I was just talking about a few minutes ago, that you guys are all excited as well to join our marketing agency. And so make sure my slides are moving here. So why we're hiring. So we have really been in the last couple of years. So our agency in the end of October 2016, we opened our agency Around the Leaf Consulting, and it was really an exciting thing. And so we opened it up and started helping those. I have about I think it's like 6 or 7 years working with corporate companies doing their social media. I've worked with different aspects of social media as well as digital marketing. And so after some moves and different things like that, realized that based on what I could do, it would be great to be able to reach out and help those around. And so in the last 2 years, we've been building this agency, helping businesses increase their digital presence to be able to reach the customers that need them the most. And so we are excited that we are looking to expand our team. And so why are we doing that? Well, because, you know, why do the at-home thing, work at home? Really so that we can keep the overhead down. All right, it's not uncommon to know that, you know, having an office, having the printers and the copy paper and all that kind of stuff, right? The meeting rooms and things, those cost money, right? And so what we want to do is to be able to expand it out and hire more people by not having those things, right? And so that's really the reason that we're doing this, as well as, especially in times like this, and no matter which side of the political fence you lie, with the government being shut down, this is a great opportunity for people to have a second income, for some, you know, to rely on, right? And to kind of as help. Plus, even if you have a full-time job, sometimes it's great to have, you know, a little side hustle, right? And so that's what we wanted to do here. Now, before we get into what this is, let's get into what this is not, okay? This is not an MLM pyramid type company, okay? It's not where now you're hired in, you're gonna get trained, and now you have to pester and bug 3 of your friends, family, and just people, whomever you can find, to join your group, because then you level up and things like that. Now, while there are growth opportunities here, whereas those who do well can get team lead positions and stuff like that, that's kind of where it caps off, right? So in far as the scope of this position, it doesn't, there's no pyramid. And if you notice this little chart that I included here, right? If you went out the 13 levels that are typically said in a MLM situation, right? There's not even that many people on the planet to be able to get all the way up. But nonetheless, and the other thing about this is that this is a real position, okay? This is a real job. You don't have to pay to work here. All right. Like, if a company is asking you to pay before they can pay you, it's a scam, right? And so that is not what this is. This is real work. These are real companies. This is real service that we are providing those companies, and really you are playing a part of that. And the training is free. We're going to train you. We're going to give you the tools for you to be successful. And so that way, you know, because when you're successful, we're successful. Okay. And that is what this is. All right. So who is this for? So this could be for many different people. But really, this is for someone who is, you know, has 3 to 4 hours a day, or maybe 1 or 2 hours a day that can spend making some phone calls per week, right? So this could be, you know, stay-at-home parents. So you drop your kids off at school and then you're at home, or, you know, you have an hour or 2 during nap time to make some phone calls, right? And so, as you see from this photo, you know, it's not. This is just to give an idea of somebody who would obviously a baby crying in the background, or a kid, you know, in the background wouldn't necessarily play to this position. But this is just to give you an idea. Also, those who are students, right? Full-time students. Either you're on campus or you're at your home. And between study times, you can make an hour or 2 to make phone calls. And if you're a person that travels a lot, perfect, right? All you need is a phone and a laptop to enter in the appointments, and you're on your way, or a tablet, right? And so something to be able to connect to the system. And those who are like, you know, you're self-driven and you just like hate the 9-to-5, you know, there's some 9-to-5 group, you know, anti 9-to-5 groups on Facebook. You know, if you're a part of those kind of groups, like, this is probably something right up your alley, right? I'm getting a lot of people who are raising your hand. I don't know if you're raising your hand in support or raising your hand at your question. Just type in your question in the chat, and at the end, I'll look at those and then try to answer your questions. But I do believe that some of them is like, hey, give them some support. So I do appreciate that. So really, what do we do? And I'm not going to bore you with techie speak, but really what we do is we have a social ad. We have an ad on social media and Google. And so someone sees that ad, and they're going to click on that. There's a capture page. Usually there's a discount, or there's a promotion happening. That they're going to get onto a lead capture page, and then they're going to set appointments. Now this is for the services that we offer, the companies that we work for. Okay, so this is how we get them leads. All right, and we do more than just that, but this is one of the things that we do. Okay, and so this is kind of how it works. And if you may have experienced it, right? So you have you're in, looking for a fence to put in your backyard, and maybe you looked up some fencing material or things like that, some colors. And so when you're scrolling through Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, things like that, you might see an ad pop up that suggests, hey, finish your order for your fences, or something like that. You're talking to a friend, and at a family function, maybe you're talking to your mom or a sibling or just a friend, and you're talking to them about minute rice, on how you have a great recipe for minute rice, and then you go onto Facebook, and then there you will see an ad for minute rice. Now, we don't work with minute rice. I'm going to tell you in a little bit who we work with, but that's just an example of kind of how, in your experience, you may have seen this work. So, so what we do what we found, how to attain clients for us. Now, these are companies that we work with, is through cold calling and cold emailing, right? It's the quickest way. And really, we're going to give you scripts and tools so that you're not just a pushy salesperson. If you're familiar with this picture, it's from Wolf on Wall Street, right? So we're not selling penny stocks. This is not, stuff like that, right? These are real people who are in need of services, and we want to be able to provide them with those services. I can tell you that I'm a person too, that I'm very busy as a business owner, and so oftentimes I have needs that I don't even realize that I have, and so oftentimes it's great that if the person is positioned the right way, has a good script, I've already been kind of thinking of that, and all of a sudden, lo and behold, wow, there they are to be able to provide me the service that I need or didn't even know that I needed. That is a great thing. And so that's really what this position will be doing. Will be cold calling and setting appointments. So here's kind of an example. This isn't finalized yet, so this is just a prelim script. Still developing the script, because we do not just do lead generation. We have SEO, website, that we provide. There's email campaigns, blogs, and things like that. So, but just to give you an idea of what it might be, hi, my name is Carl Knock. I have a question for you. Do you guys offer service calls? Now, before I continue, we help right now. We're helping the niche that we're going to be working with are HVAC companies. Okay. And so, do you guys offer service calls? And so you're going to kind of wait for a response. Yeah, of course we do. Well, great. I'm looking for an AC company in Tampa, Florida, that could take on about 80 to 140 new service call pre-qualified applications each month, or calls each month. These are homeowners looking to have some maintenance on their AC system, so an AC contractor will work with them. Would you have time maybe this Wednesday at 3 to discuss taking on these referrals? And then you're gonna wait from there. Now, again, we're gonna put you through training on, if depending on their response, where you go from there, if they ask for more information or things like that. This is going to be what this is. And again, we want you to be, this is not for you to be pushy. This is not anything like that. In fact, I can land about 2 or 3 appointments out of 20 to 30 calls. So about 10%, right? And if they're interested, they're interested. If not, you move on to the next one. We're going to be providing you with the territories. So we're providing you with the companies, the names, the phone numbers, and things like that. So you're not out there harvesting numbers and stuff. Again, you're just plugging in, you look at your list, you call those people, you talk to them, and you make good conversation, right? And so again, the purpose of it is just to set up an appointment so that then we can talk to them, all right? And so when that happens, right, once you set an appointment, then we will have that call with them, and then we close the sale. Now, the great thing about it is that we're going to pay you $15 per appointment. So that's how it gets to 15 an hour, because we're figuring you can make 10 calls an hour. You can set one of those, and then you get $15 an hour. So that means that if you're setting 2 appointments, that's where it can get to 30 an hour, right? And more. So again, this is so whether we close the sale or not, if it sets an appointment, they show up, they know that they're supposed to be on appointment. Again, I had that happen in the past where some cold callers that we tried before, they're like, yeah, here are all the people they're gonna be calling. And when I called, they're like, who is this? Like, they weren't expecting my call at all. Like, it was nothing, like they were not ready. So again, we want people who know that this is happening, they're interested, and not just like, hey, so I'm just gonna call you at Wednesday at 3 p.m., be ready. And they're like, oh, okay, sure. And not ready at all. So again, we want these to be good appointments. And how you do that, again, just use the systems that you're gonna be trained to use, and that's it, right? A couple hours a day, and you're getting $15 to $30 an hour. So, maybe you work 3 hours and you only get 2 appointments. Again, so even if you're just okay at this, again, that's going to be $10 an hour. Still not bad. But again, with the training, as you get comfortable, which I know that's going to happen right away if this is something that you're excited about, a good appointment setter, that's $15 an hour. And really, like, 15 and even $30 an hour. Like, if you're setting 2 appointments an hour, that, $30 an hour is something that, is not achieved very often, right? And so, not in this job. I mean, in the world, in other jobs, like $30 an hour. And so you have this ability just sitting at home. This is over the phone, so it's not video. So, it can be done in your pajamas, right? Although I found that if this worked for me, is that, I dressed how I wanted to be presented as if they were in front of me. Similar, like smiling when you're talking gets people, they can feel that energy. But that was just me, right? If you can, crush it in your pajamas, like, by all means, right? So again, we pay based off of appointments that you set, not appointments that close. So I really want to emphasize that, because that's like one of the questions that we get a lot. Like, well, what if you guys suck? And no, like no, we're trying to just, you guys are starting the conversation, getting them to the appointment, and then we take it over from there, and you get paid. That's it. So again, I'm going to provide you with the territory and phone numbers, and you're just going to call everyone on that list. And again, I emphasize here that, this is free training. Okay. This is just, and I'm going to see if this works. These are testimonials of people who have done this training. Now this training was provided to other people, at cost. So this first person that's going to talk about paying for it. Again, these are scripts that work. These are scripts that people have paid for, and that you're going to get absolutely free. So let's make sure that this works. If it doesn't work, I can can share that screen. So, okay. So let's see if I can pull up that. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure that my audio. Okay.
What's up, guys? I just want to say these scripts are like magic. I bought it this morning and I've made probably 10 calls, and the difference is just crazy when you actually know what to say. I've probably got more interest in my agency today than I have in the past 3 months. So for the price, I'd say you're crazy if you don't want to give this a try.
So that guy, like I said, that guy there, he had an agency and used these scripts and they won. Now this guy here is 17.
Those scripts are super gold, and thank you for them. Before I was using them, every company I walked into would shut me down because I'm only 17. But with those scripts, I was able to land a meeting next week. So thanks, dude. I owe it all to you.
All right. And now this last guy here, he was born in a Amish home, and he was born with like a speech impediment that he's been working through. But anyway, that's just to show that, you know,
absolutely blown away with the results I'm getting with your scripts, because before I hardly ever made cold calls before, and then I started using your scripts that work, and I made 4 calls and got 2 appointments booked. Dude, you're awesome.
So yes, this here, like,
hey Ross, I'm absolutely
like I said, this is make sure I'm back on the right screen here. So again, these are things that have worked for those in the past. And you know, like, I mean, that guy, you know, making 4 calls and landing 2 appointments, right? So yeah, there's some days that, you know, like you have a couple, you know, you call 10 people and all 10 say yeah and sign up. You know, it'd be a crazy, you know, one Friday or whatever, everybody's feeling excited, you know, and everything like that. And so again, this is something that's super excited. And if you're still excited, again, you know, we have, what we've got here is so I'm gonna post this link here in the chat box here. Again, like, if this is something, after you've heard what it is, and I will take apply. I will be taking questions here here in a little bit. So, you know, again, just 10% is, you know, what some might call law of averages. But again, oh, there you go. Darren just called it law of averages. Yes. So law of averages, again, is you know, something that and that's with, again, like, that's with, I mean, everything is going to be provided for you, right? You've got the phone numbers, you've got the companies, everything like that. We're going to be working as a team. All right. Now, at first, because you guys are the first ones in, right? I'm going to be your team lead. But as this keeps growing, you know, that's what I'm saying is that, that's what I'm saying is, like, there's opportunity where once I start getting super busy, because you guys are crushing it, and I know you guys will, right? I'm going to need to shift to be just doing the closing calls, right? And then it can get to a position where I need to hire a closer, right? And so that's going to be a different process and things like that, right? So, I mean, again, like, this is something that that I look to hire people that aren't just going to be, you know, one-offs here. Like, this is a job, right? And so this is something that, again, you know, if you're super excited, right? We're gonna get into that. I want to. I'm gonna get back to here to see what your questions might be. I gotta figure out where the heck I am. Oh, here we go. All right, so let me see if there's any questions here. There are, but it's not scrolling up here. It's a go or no mentality. Absolutely, Peter. Absolutely. Do you have limit? This is Regina's question. Do you have limit to how many hours per day you can work? So these companies will be, you know, they're US-based companies. So within the hours, you know, and in the training, we kind of give suggested. Can people still hear me? If let me know if you can still hear me. It's popping up saying that there's some audio issues. Anyway, okay, let me stop because I don't want to keep going on that if you cannot. Okay. Yes. Okay. Great. You can still hear me. Okay. So, how many hours can you work in a day? It's going to be based on the availability of those companies, right? So, you know, AC companies, they're typically open between, they can be open early, like the owners and stuff like that, get in at, you know, 7 a.m. sometimes, but that, you know, and things like that. So again, it's based on that. In the training, we give you kind of the optimal time when to call, but that doesn't mean that you are barred from calling any other time. Again, it's just a matter of will you be reaching the people that you know you're going to be able to set appointments with. You know, so obviously if you're calling at 8 o'clock at night, nobody's there, it's going to be a waste of your time because, you know, you're not going to be able to set appointments and thus, you know, you're not going to be able to, you know, make money. And again, this is something I want you guys to be paid for. And so again, things like that. So let's see here. What other questions? I saw another one. Go or no? Okay. How do we get leads? So this was from somebody anonymous. How you get leads? I think I said it, but I will be providing those to you. So I will be as your team lead. So as we grow, whomever the team lead is, will be providing that. So team leads will provide those each week. We'll pull new lists and give those to you. Will we have a list? This is from Michelle. Will we have a list that we can provide the client of things that we will need in order to get ready for the call? I want to, if I'm understand, let me make sure I'm understanding this question correctly. Let me make sure I understand this correctly. So you're asking what the client, like the potential, the appointment, who you're setting the company who you're setting the appointment with. Sorry, my tongue is all over the place. My coffee's kicking in. So the person you're calling, you're setting the appointment. There's going to be just a few questions in the appointment when you're setting the appointment. So it's going to ask like annual revenue and things like that. But that there's nothing, you know, they need to just be ready and we're going to take it from there. We have a similar thing, just like you're having here. We have a webinar or like a meeting with them. And so we have slides, we walk them through, we get the emotion up, right? And we use all the different things to be able to provide them with the great value that we know we can provide. So I hope that answered your question. If not, just kind of drop that. Just make sure I I got that. So will the companies only be HVAC, or will this work for other companies as well? Okay, so the scripts that we're building right now is only for HVAC companies right now. Does the framework work? Yes. So the framework can work for other companies. And so right now we have picked the niche of HVAC. And the reason why is because the program that we have, if that company is an affiliate, or not an affiliate, sorry, an authorized dealer of Carrier, so that's a brand of HVAC companies. So if they're an authorized dealer of them, they can get, there's a certain co-op program that we can get them into, which cuts their marketing bill in half. So Carrier pays, reimburses them 50% of their marketing budget. So basically they get 50% off right away. And we're trying to work with a deal with Carrier to be able to up that to 75%. So again, like imagine that, right? I mean, that's like walk in, slay it, right? So again, but because of that, that's why we know that this works with HVAC companies, the program that we're setting. So we want to start building this with one niche. And as it starts developing, we're going to start opening up different niches. You know, this also works with lawyers, doctors, things like that. So again, just right now, we're going to start with HVAC. So that's a great question. Could I post a link again? Absolutely. Give me 1 second I'm just going to make sure that I'm copying it the right way so that it is not confusing. Hang on with me here. Okay, right. Yes, okay, cool. Are we using our personal cell phones for the call, or are our numbers calling from randomized? That's a great question, Peter. I'm gonna look into it right now. We're still getting some back end stuff set up. So we want to make sure to kind of protect you guys too. So we're looking into ways to help that along. I'm working with a team to be able to do that. Otherwise, Google does provide a free random number. So Google Voice, which Amara just posted, yes. So Google Voice, which I use that myself. They provide one free number. So if that's something that you're interested in. But as this starts building, yeah, we definitely want to look into getting it to where this is something that we can provide you with numbers and stuff like that. But I believe up front, that's going to be how that does it. I'm thinking here, let's see, done. Making sure that I'm answered all these questions here. Let's see. So I understand, so this is in the thing. So I understand correct. Even if we don't make appointments and we do all the calls, that means we don't get paid, or do we still get paid either way? Just want to make sure. Great question. So this is based on appointments set. So how we tell that is we look in our appointment setter and we see, and each of you are going to get an employee number that you just punch in there, and that gives you credit. And then I put out, your timesheet, and then, we go from there and we get you paid. And pay right now is biweekly. But if we can get you guys paid weekly, we're going to look to try to do that. But on the initial, we're looking to be biweekly. I know that is a common question. Let's see. Anything else? Okay, perfect. Great. Again, we're not, and it just says that your name is Galaxy S8 Plus. So I don't know who that is that asking that question, but you again, we want to, Alice, thank you, Alice. So Alice, no problem at all. So Alice, we want you to be as successful as we can, right? I want you to be as successful as possible. I, as your team lead and the owner of this business, I'm hiring you because I know you guys can do the job, and I want to provide you with as many tools, the scripts, free training. So you're gonna get into a training portal, and then go from there. Answer my time zone question above. Okay, my guess is that doesn't matter what time zone. So this service that we're offering, it does not, it can go anywhere. So it's digital marketing, so it can go anywhere. Let me make sure that that is the question that you're asking. Oh, 8 to 5. Yeah. So is the pay by week? Oh yeah, look at that. Somebody already asked that, and I didn't even know you asked that, Katie. Somebody always asks about the pay, so I always like to knock that one out of there right away. 8 to 5 Central Time. So yeah, Darren, that's a great question. Yes, because these leads, it can go anywhere. And so what I'm going to work with is when we go through once you apply, you get the position, it'll be a welcome letter. And when we give territories, I would like to keep it within that same territory, right? To where you are, the same time zone. Now, where it gives some good legwork for me is, hold on. Sorry. The legwork for me is that people who sign up, they get a Yeti cooler. So I just have to somehow get that to them. And then they get these cool little light up ice things. And then a cooling towel. So if that doesn't make you want to sign up, right? Because you get a Yeti cooler. So at any rate, I just threw a bunch of fake ice cubes everywhere. So again, so it's a great thing. So I mean, if I got to drop ship this, it's not a big deal, right? So, but I do like to do that first thing in person. But yeah, I mean, hey, I'll go anywhere. You know, this is a great service. Again, let's see in the Q&A. Nope, nobody is in the Q&A portion. Okay, any other questions? I see we got 18 people on the thing. I will, let's see. Lakeisha says, do we get a W-2 or do we send a W-9 at the end of the year? Great question, yes. So it's gonna be a 1099, so a W-9, yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna get that paperwork over to you. Again, we're working to make sure we get everything, you know, the right one for you and things like that. But I'm working with a team, you know, legal counselor or legal personnel, and they're it's not exactly a lawyer, but everything like that. What about the link for sign up? You mean for the application? That's this one right here. I just reposted it. So click there, it'll take you to an application form. Fill that out. It's not crazy deal there, but the information that you use, again, you know, so you want to use your legal name and things like that. I mean, when we get into our team meetings and stuff like that, if you want me to call you Purple Awesomeness, I'll call you Purple Awesomeness. All right. So I have no issues with that. I'm pretty cool. You don't see a link. Hold on. Let's see if I can just post it right to you. Lakeisha, did you get that? I'm posting, well, I thought I was posting it in the chat. Hold on. This is what we'll do. This is what I'll do. I will share the screen again. All right. I will share the screen again. Make sure the chat is up. Give me a second. Q&A. And chat. Okay. I posted it in the chat, the link, but I'll just put it on the screen here. So it's https:// oh, for my person that's on the phone, www.unlimitedacinquiries, INQUIRIES.com/apply. So yes, I'll leave that up. So if you want to fill out the application, that'd be awesome. Any other questions? I reserved this for an hour because I had about almost 50 people sign up, so that's awesome. We got about 18 on the call today, which is great. I had a couple people say that they weren't going to be able to make it because of schedules and things like that. Thought it was a different time, but at any rate, like that. Yeah, no problem, Darren. Absolutely. Just fill that out, and we're gonna get within, like it says, within about 12 hours you should receive an acceptance letter or so. All right. If it's not 12 hours, I'm sending them myself, so you should receive that tomorrow. Okay. So, but yeah, or 12 hours from when you fill it out. So if there are no other questions, let me make sure that there's none else in my Q&A section. No open questions. With that, again, you guys have been awesome. Again, I will, if you don't get this link written down or whatever, or you think you have it written down and you lose the paper or whatever, just reach out. You can on Facebook. Most of you have already messaged the company. So aroundtheleaf.com. Or sorry, Around the Leaf on Facebook. Just click in Messenger and send me a message. I receive those, and so I will post that link to you if that's easier for you. So again, you guys are awesome. Thank you again for your time. That is really the most valuable thing ever. And so I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being excited for this. And so again, no problem, Livermore. If you have nothing else, thank you so much for doing this. Very excited. Awesome, Katie. I'm excited too. Again, link did not work for me. Okay. I copied it right from the thing. Jordan, just message me on message the company on Facebook, and thanks, John. Message the company on Facebook, and I will. Jordan, yeah, Jordan. Just message me, and same thing with you, Amira. Message me on the company on Facebook, Around the Leaf, and I will get that. I'll get that to you. All right. So with that, you guys are amazing. Awesome. Thank you, Alice, for posting that as well. That's the link. Awesome. You guys are rock stars. Again, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be amazing. And again, I look forward to seeing you guys on the other side of the application. So with that, have a great day. Take care.